everybody? This is Johnnie, Geathers. Welcome to another JG Mental Fridays. I hope all of you having a great day so far. You just got your day started. I hope you have a great day. We in July. We only have, 5 more months of the year to close out 2024. And with today's topic is actually significant, and this was requested by someone. So I appreciate you for giving me this topic. And this is more so around the season and time that this normally happens. And today's topic is on layoffs. And when it comes to layoffs, I'm talking about job layoffs. Job layoffs can be a big impact for individuals, especially when it happens in this midpoint of the season. Most of the times, layoffs normally happen between like May going into July and everything, but we know within that midpoint of the year, that's when layoffs normally happen because of different things. And I want to talk about the 3 things that stand out to me when it comes to job layoffs. The first one is finances. So whenever a job is having like any, going through any like financial standings, when it comes to like budgeting and keeping certain standards for an organization, a business, or a company, that's when layoffs typically happen because of the financial standing that they have and the financial well-being that they're not able to keep for everybody, so they have to do layoffs and stuff. And we know that whenever a budget happens or a budget is cut and stuff, people have to get laid off, and that impacts people because of how they're not able to function, and they kind of feel like they have to start all over and feel like they have to go through the job market all over again to find something and everything. A second thing that stands out to me is investor pressure. With investor pressure, that is where if an organization, or if there's like a an organization, a bank, or a particular company that is investing in your job, they kind of put that pressure out there to say that, okay, in order for me to offer you something, you got to eliminate something, or you got to take away something. And most of the times the takeaway is the employees. So people do get laid off, from their jobs because of the investor pressure that a company has to wants to take or withstand, because they know that if they don't follow that investor's order, then they're going to lose the money that the investors put into their business or put into their company or organization. So when that is happening, where an investor is pressuring some, those particular jobs in that nature, that's when layoffs will happen with that. And then lastly, the main thing that stands out to me when it comes to job layoffs as well is talent. So we already know when you're in your work and you're doing the work, there is, a sense of competition. If you're not meeting the standards of your job and everything, or somebody outshines you better than you and want to take over your spot, they can switch you up, put you in a different position. If you're not doing well in that position that they switch you over to, then they say, all right, time to let you go, gotta lay you off. But also when it comes to the aspect of talent, if a particular job is say, you know what, we gotta clean house completely, that's when they just start laying people off. I'll give you a strong example of this. During the pandemic, a lot of people had to get laid off or put on furlough when the start of the pandemic happened, because there was like, okay, what's the point of keeping you for, a paycheck, or keeping you to give you a paycheck if you're not doing nothing? I know when I was working at Family Links, at the time of the pandemic, they had to furlough me and everything, because it's like, what's the purpose of me being there if I'm not working and everything? But what ended up happening was, during the time when the pandemic was still happening, but certain things was like opening back up again, they had to start calling people individually to say, hey, we could come back and start working again and everything. And there were some people that never got callbacks and such. So, when the talent, your performance kind of impacts what you do within your job as well. And that could, be a factor of a layoff as well. But also with talent, if their job is saying, okay, we got to clean house, then they let you go and everything. So again, the main 3 standout things that comes to me when it comes to job layoffs are the finances of a job, the investor pressure, and the talent. But the coping exercise I'm going to leave you with today, when it comes to job layoffs, and even if you are experiencing this in this moment, or even feel like you're going to experience this in this moment, I want you to do 2 things. First, acknowledge your feelings. I know, people might say, oh, hold your head up high, something's going to come and things of that nature. But if you feel upset in that moment, just acknowledge that you're upset. Acknowledge that you're mad. Acknowledge that you're pissed off. Acknowledge that you feel devastated because you wasn't expecting a layoff to happen in this moment or also in this time of season and everything. So acknowledge your feelings. And then the second thing as well is assess you. And when I say assess you, basically look at yourself when it comes to your mental stability, but also look at your stuff when it comes to your financial stability. If you notice that a layoff is impacting your finances, this is where you really got to sit and really navigate how you're going to do things when it comes to your finances, how you're going to budget, how you're probably going to say, you know what, I might have to, start applying for another job, or even say to a point that I might even have to do like some contract work. And when I talk about contract work, I'm talking about, possibly doing Uber Eats, DoorDash, Grubhub, those particular things, just to be able to have a sense of an income coming until you get back on your feet. But also assess you when it comes to your mental stability as well, because a job layoff is a hard thing to swallow, and also it's a thing that can impact you to where you might get depressed, you might get stressed, you might build anxiety because you're like saying that, oh man, I gotta start over again, and I don't know if I'm even gonna be able to get rehired or hired in the particular field that I work hard for, I got a lot of degrees for, and everything, and things of that nature. And also, in this economy right now, it's hard for jobs to hire people because there's, not a lot of access for people to be taken in as employees. So definitely acknowledge your feelings and assess you. And that's all I want to leave you with today. If you have any words or topics that you want me to address on JG Mental Health Fridays, you can contact me on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, YouTube. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel to check out the videos on there. Also, go to my website through Wix to check out the videos on there. Learn more about me. Check out articles I did for Helpful Living Magazine. Check out podcast episodes I've been on and ways to connect me for speaking engagements and other opportunities. As always, I appreciate all of you for your love and support. And now I'm going to leave you with the closing message. Reflect on the positives, plan ahead, and relax. RPR. Take care of yourselves. Stay safe. Be well. Be blessed. And peace.